I am happy with my older woman. They wonder why my heart beats for her. Not knowing age cannot define beauty. Her eyes have seen the rise of moons, her words like rivers flow in truth and duty. She walks with grace time, cannot steal. Wisdom in her silence, calm in her fire. When others chase the fleeting flame, I rest in the warmth that won't expire. She does not seek to impress the crowd, nor bend her soul to fickle fashion. She loves with depth the young can't fake, a steady flame of fierce compassion. Call her older, yes, and proud, for age is the crown she gently wears. I am the young man held by a queen, and in her love no one compares. They call me young, wild, untamed, a rider chasing desert winds, but little do they know. My soul found its calm where her spirit begins. She speaks not to impress the world, but when she speaks, the world must pause. Every word, a thread of gold woven with meaning, carved with cause. Her laughter isn't loud and light, it's deep like thunder far away, echoing through ancient time, warming the night, guiding the day, in the day. Her hands have touched both joy and loss, and still they hold me with pure grace. In her embrace, I am a man, not just a name, not just a face. What need have I for fleeting youth when I have love that does not sway? The world can keep its shallow dreams, I choose the one who chose to stay. The lines around her gentle eyes are maps of places she has been, and every wrinkle tells a tale of where she's loved, of what she's seen. She does not flinch at storms or fears. She's danced with pain and still stood tall. While others stumble in the dark, she is the flame that lights it all. She is the flame that lights it all. My friends ask why I speak her name like prayer, like poetry, like art. They do not know. She holds the key that fits the chambers of my heart. So laugh if you must and call me mad, say I'm bewitched or led astray. But I will walk with her through life while others watch love drift away. In the silence of her steady gaze, I've found a truth I never knew. I am the younger, yes, it's true, but I've grown old from loving you. The world moves fast, chasing thrills, moments that shine and quickly fade. But I have found eternal peace in the quiet strength that she has made. She doesn't ask for praise or gold. She's seen the riches of the soul. She doesn't fight for shallow fame. Her light alone could fill a scroll. The stories written on her skin, the battles lost, the wars she won, have shaped her into something rare, more precious than the desert sun. The poets write of youthful flame, of roses fresh, of fleeting charms, but I would trade 10,000 blooms for one night held within her arms. She's taught me how to hold my peace, to speak when silence has been heard, to feel the weight behind a glance and find the truth within a word. She walks beside me, not behind, a queen who bows to no one's will. Her presence teaches me to rise, to love with patience, fierce and still. And though the world may raise its brow, may laugh and wonder why I stay, they've never seen the stars I see when she just looks my broken way. So, in every moment spent with her, the boy in me begins to fade. She builds the man I long to be with every smile, with every blade. And if the sands of time were kind, they'd pause to watch her beauty pass. The moon would lower in respect, the night would hold her in its glass. Let others seek what fades at dawn, the fleeting thrill, the chase, the game. I'll build a life on sacred ground and carve my heart with her sweet name. So when they ask what keeps me still, why I choose her, why I remain, tell them she is the storm, she is the calm, she is my joy, she is my flame. They ask me, will you still love her when the silver deepens, when time takes more than it returns? And I smile, for they do not know she is the fire that always burns. I've seen youth wilt under pressure, seen beauty vanish with the tide, but she stands like an ancient tree, rooted deep with nothing to hide. Her love is not a fevered dream that rises fast and fades by noon. It is the steady pull of tides, the loyal light beneath the moon. We do not count our love in years, but in the moments that we've grown. In every storm we faced is one, in every seed of strength she's sown. She teaches me the grace of stillness, of knowing when to speak, when not. She moves through life like whispered wind, a presence felt, peace well taught, a peace well taught. And yes, the world keeps asking why I chose her, why I stay. But love is not a trend or season. It's not a role that fades away. It's in the way she calls my name, not as a boy, but as a man, in how she sees what I can be and lifts me up to where I stand. She holds the knowledge of the stars, the pain and joy of every phase, a joy of every phase. While others chase a fleeting spark, I bask beneath her constant blaze. And I, the younger, in our tale am not the stronger, nor the wise. But through her love I've come to grow. She taught the falcon how to rise. I've written verses in her name, on shifting dunes and moonlit sky. And if I live 100 lives, I'll choose her each time with closed eyes. So let them talk, let whispers flow, let them not understand my way, for they have never loved like this, nor held a dawn that does not stray. My older woman, timeless soul, you are the mirror of my fate. And I am but a poem you wrote. Your words, your rhythm, your estat, they say one day the fire fades. That passion softens into ash, but they've never touched a soul like hers, a spark that time could never smash. She does not need to chase desire, for it arrives where she resides. She holds the kind of quiet power that floods the heart and calms the tides. No need for painted youth or charm, no borrowed lines or practiced smile. Her truth is more than flesh and face. It is a force, a sacred style. Each morning, she makes time feel new, though years may weigh upon her hair. And she moves with all the world as taught, a poem breathed into the air. She doesn't love me like a flame that flares and dies before the night. She loves me like a mountain does, in silence, strength, and sacred height. When I am weak, she is my ground. When I am weak, she is my ground. When I am lost, she is my prayer. And when the noise of life grows loud, her presence hushes every care. We don't pretend that time stands still. We greet each wrinkle with a grin. For every line upon her face is proof of life, of love, of win. And I, her younger, willing flame, do not compare nor seek control. I serve her with a loyal heart. She holds my body, mind, and soul. Let others chase what shines too bright, then burns their hands and disappears. I hold the steady, glowing fire that warms me through the changing years. And if they ask me one last time why I remain, why I adore, I'll say, she is not just who I love, she's my truth, my evermore. And when the day comes we must part, when silence takes her gentle breath, I'll carve her name into my bones and speak her story after death. The desert winds will hear my cry, the falcon will repeat her name, and every verse the poet's write will try, but never match her flame. The seasons pass, and still she stands, not untouched, but undefeated. She bears the weather of this life, with wisdom worn and grace completed. Her voice is not as sharp as youth, but every word she speaks is gold. She's read the book of many hearts and seen how cruel the world can fold. She's held her breath for others' pain and cried for joys not even hers. And though she walks with careful steps inside her, endless courage stirs, outside her endless curves. She doesn't ask to be admired, but I admire her all the same, not for the glow upon her face, but for the depth behind her name. While others age with silent fear, she greets the dusk with lifted head. Each year that draws upon her skin writes poems that the stars have read. And me, this younger man she chose, have bloomed beneath her steady sun. I came to her a restless breeze. She made me still, she made me one. She taught me love is not just touch or fleeting glances burning fast. It's in the stillness of the soul, it's in the vows that truly last. I do not fear the years ahead, nor mourn the days we leave behind. For every breath with her is stitched in memory, in heart, in mind. And when her hands grow frail and soft, when time begins to slow her pace, I'll be the one to hold her up, to press a kiss to every trace. I'll read to her the poem she is, the verses written by her ways, and tell the world I knew a love that never needed youth to blaze. And when the silence takes her in and her soul leaves this earthly form, I will not cry as others do, for I will still feel her warm. In every sunrise she will live, in every desert breeze I ride. In every star that lights my path she'll walk forever at my side. They said I'd tire, lose the flame, that love like this could never last. But we wrote eternity in the ashes of the past. The world has changed around us both. New faces, voices, faster days. But in her eyes I still find peace, a silent world, a softer blaze. Oh, the noise beyond our walls grows loud, but in our space the time is slow. She pours the tea with trembling hands, still full of grace, still in the flow. She doesn't walk the way she did. Her body moves with careful grace. But when I see her, I still fall, for strength now rests upon her face. Each morning now I rise before, to catch her dreams upon her side, to see the woman she remains, before the sun lights up the sky. And when I speak, she doesn't rush, she listens with her soul, not ears. Even in silence, she replies, with all we've learned across the years. We've made a home not out of stone, but stitched from every night we stayed, from every fight we chose to mend, from every debt of love we paid. Our laughter's softer than before, like autumn leaves that dance, then rest, then rest. But even now in silver days, she is my muse, my heart's own guest. Some nights I watch her when she sleeps and think of who I used to be. The reckless boy, the searching heart, that found its shore, its sky, its sea. She made a kingdom of my mind. She ruled it not with pride, but love. And now that time begins to call, she reigns in memories above. The fire dims but doesn't die. It smolders deep within the soul, and every ember still she breathes turns ordinary into whole. One day perhaps she'll fade from me, her voice a whisper on the breeze. But even then I will not mourn, for love like this does not decease. I'll speak her name to stars at night. I'll leave her words in books and sand. I'll plant her roses by the door and hold her scent within my hand. And if they ask what made me whole, what made me stay, what made me grow, I'll smile and simply point above where timeless, faithful women glow. They speak of me with quiet tones, a woman past her fleeting prime. But they don't know the fire I hold. I've simply learned the art time. They see my silver hair and smile as if the mirror makes me less. But I have danced with storms and stars and wear each scar like a caress. He came to me, this younger soul, bright-eyed, untamed, with dreams to spare. I saw the questions in his gaze and loved the man already there. I did not need to be his match in age or trend or worldly pace. He saw the kingdom in my mind, the quiet thrones behind my face. He called me queen, but did not bow. He stood beside me, hand in hand. He listened like a man should hear, and loved like few will understand. I gave him truth when truth was hard. I gave him silence when words lied. He gave me laughter like the sun and held me fiercely when I cried. They said he'd leave, grow bored, move on, that I was just a passing phase. But love, real love, is not a race, and not a race. It's in the walking, not the blaze. He stayed when I could. He built, he did not flee. He saw the years upon my skin, and never once did he retreat from all the worlds I held within. I taught him how to love with roots, not petals floating in the breeze. He showed me I could bloom again, even with weathered, shaking knees. He saw me not as what I was, but all I am and still could be. And I, in turn, became for him a map, a song, a living sea. We've aged together, side by side. The world kept turning, so did we, and still he looks at me like dawn, as if I hold infinity. So if you ask what kept us whole, how he remained, why I believed, it wasn't youth or fate or chance. It was the love we both conceived. He gave me time without regret. I gave him wisdom without pride. We met between the lines of life, and there we'll always both reside. The house is quiet now, but not empty. Every wall still hums her name. The scent of jasmine in the halls whispers stories, and nothing feels the same. Her shoes still rest beside the door. I haven't moved them. I never will, for in their stillness there remains a part of her, graceful, strong, and still. The chair she favored near the light still waits for her with morning sun. I sit there now and close my eyes and swear she's near, her touch begun. They ask, do you regret the years? Do you wish you'd chosen youth, a lighter load, a smoother road? I smile through tears. I've lived the truth. I've lived the truth. She was the poem life wrote in me, the ink, the verse, the holy page. She took a boy with wandering feet and gave his fire a sacred cage. They say that time forgets all things, but love like ours has carved its name in winds that sweep the desert wide, in starlit skies that look the same. Now I am old, my hands are worn, my breath is short, my steps are slow, but every day I speak her name, and every flower seems to know. She walks with me in unseen ways, in sunset shades and morning light. In lullabies, the falcons cry before they vanish into night. I find her in the smallest things, the kettle's hiss, a folded sheet, the way the breeze will lift my hair, the hush of sand beneath my feet. When my time is nearly done, when stars are all I have to see, I'll close my eyes with just one thought, that she is there and waits for me. Beneath the dunes, beyond the sky, where time cannot divide or claim. I'll find her hand in mine again, and speak once more her sacred name.